Abo.
Hippocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? What are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragon fire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection it requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelisk might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
Okay. Oh. Muss ich mich jetzt entscheiden, wen ich mitnehme?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
Leute, ich kann nur eine mitnehmen. Das geht nicht. Ich kann mich nicht gegen Jill entscheiden. Das geht nicht. Das empfinde ich nicht als korrekt. Taya mitnehmen wäre bestimmt interessant, aber wenn das so abläuft mit Gav, gibt es bestimmt einen schönen Clive und Jill-Moment. Deswegen.
So, Clive, have you made your decision?
Ja.
Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
Was ist das eigentlich für eine Frage, wen ich mitnehme?
Very well.
Hä?
So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
Okay.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia.
Ja, das ist eine... Also Taya und der alte Mann, das ist eine ganz komische Pärchenkonstellation. Ja, dann ab nach Nordstedt, ne? Bam, bam. So, schon eine Ecke, ne? Schon eine große Ecke. Bin ich mal gespannt, was jetzt kommt.
Now, where's Jill?
Ja, wo ist die Frau schon wieder? Oh. Hallo.
Do you see anything you like?
Ja, nee. Nö. Nee. Auch schon alles in 300-facher Ausführung. Da auf 50.000, ey. Na gut, wir hätten dann immer noch 10. Ich glaube nicht, dass wir irgendwie was haben, was so 10.000 sonst kostet, ne? Kommen wir mit.
I do like a customer who knows what he wants.
Ja. So,
How the hell is anyone supposed to afford that price?
So, ich bin so mir. Na gut.
All anyone ever wants anymore.
Jill.
You'll not
Weiter vorne.
find a bruised
Are those Papio nuts? Can never tell.
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the Papio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
Okay. Mach ich. Komm, Torgi.
fresh cuts. Come and get them before they're gone.
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine. Ah, yes.
Kostet das auch noch Geld, ey? Stell dich mal vor, ich hätte jetzt nicht genug Geld. Kosten die Papia Nuts bestimmt irgendwie so 20.000.
Oi, don't touch anything.
Nee, nur 20.
If that's what you want.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled. I won't have...
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and Papio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool.
Na?
But before we head back, would you walk with me a while?
Wollte gerade sagen, ne, da kommt doch definitiv noch was.
Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember? Walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells.
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would.
Oh,
Thank you.
kleines Picknick, ja?
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... Oh,
Sie hat einfach den ganzen
You're right.
Markt leer gekauft.
sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
Oh, Quatsch.
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive.
Ach ja. War schon richtig, sie mitzunehmen.
Well, I suppose we best be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
Man könnte ja auch gemeinsam zurückgehen. Just saying. Ach, schön. Schön, schön, schön. Ich habe immer noch Angst, dass sie stirbt. So gegen Ende des Spiels. Wirklich, ich habe da echt Angst vor. Das könnte nämlich passieren. Das wird mich nicht überraschen. Definitiv nicht. Das ist ja schon ein langer Heimweg, ey. Und wirklich, das hätte da auch zusammengehen können. So, dann zurück zu Harpo.
Is getting on with the moondew.
Haben wir dann den gleichen Schiff oder sowas?
Thank you, Clive.
Ich will mir mal kurz das Lied anhören, was wir uns geholt haben. Mhm. Ach, das Lied, okay. Hat das Ding gespielt? Gerade im Überlegen. Lief das in dem Untergrundding, wo wir das erste Mal auf Ultima getroffen sind? Wo Sid gestorben ist? Könnte sein, ne? Ich weiß das gerade gar nicht mehr. Würde dahin passen. Ja, gut. Ja, das war mein Onkel. Frag dich. So.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Harpocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Talia how we might best go about preparing the moondew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
Okay, gerne.
It appears our work here is almost at an end.
Ja.
A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moondew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Harpocrates.
So, dann haben wir ja jetzt alles zusammen. Das war ja sehr entspannt hier. Bis auf den kleinen Kampf gegen das eine Vieh da, gegen den Ahriman oder wie die heißen. War ja das alles richtig entspannt.
Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
Das war ja schon fast wie Urlaub jetzt. Na gut, dann hat er ja ein bisschen Pause gehabt. Zumindest mit Jill. Ich glaube nicht, dass man mit Gav wirklich Pause machen kann. Aber so ein kleines Picknick an einem See mit Jill ist doch schön. Ein bisschen Pause. Ich kann mir nicht vorstellen, dass es irgendwie storytechnisch irgendwelche Auswirkungen hat, wie man da wählt. Aber ich fände es halt sehr komisch, wenn man da nicht mit Jill weggeht. Das passt irgendwie
Sorry to
nicht.
keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
Oh je, jetzt geht's los.
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
Okay. Und das Ding ist es jetzt?
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
3 Mal?
Sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say.
Uiuiui,
Right,
ich
I'm
wollte
off
gerade
to
schon
get a
sagen.
sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
Ich wollte gerade schon sagen. So. Haben wir jetzt ein Problem aus der Welt geschafft, ja?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans. I'm trusting in yours.
Okay, danke.
About this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Haben wir irgendwann unser eigenes Boot? Das wäre voll geil. Das wäre voll geil. Otto! Kann ich hier wieder raus? Wo bin ich eigentlich? Ah, hier sind... Ah, hier bin ich. Okay, okay, okay.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
All right, Clive. Asterix.
Ja, mehr oder weniger.
Sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Aber warum will sie nicht hin? Ich meine, okay, gut, kann ich irgendwie verstehen, aber... Die junge Dame, ich zerr dich dahin.
Obelus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry and all, are you? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obelus.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle?
Mein lieber Junge, meine Reise nach Canva war ein voller Erfolg. Der Freund, den ich erwähnte, hat sich bereit erklärt, nicht nur seinen Geldbeutel für uns zu öffnen, sondern auch sein beträchtliches Wissen über die Vorgänge in der Stadt mit uns zu teilen, wodurch ich auch von den Bemühungen einer gewissen jungen Freundin von dir erfahren habe. Ich persönlich hege keine Zweifel, dass Fräulein Telamons Vorhaben ein edles ist, doch ich gehe davon aus, dass die Kanversche Gilde die unerlaubte Benutzung ihrer Werft nicht gutheißen wird, egal ob diese verlassen sind oder nicht. Und wenn die Gerüchte bereits meinen Freund erreicht haben, wird es wahrscheinlich nicht mehr lange dauern, bis ihr die Gildenmeister auf den Leib rücken. Deswegen schicke ich dir diese Nachricht. Ich hatte gehofft, deinen Meisterspäher Gav für 1-2 Monate auszuleihen, damit er hier die Augen für uns offen hält und uns von eventuellen Angriffen warnt. Ich bin sicher, dass du die Vorteile dieses Arrangements erkennst. Dein Lieblingsonkel.
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in and all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
Ja, ich glaube aber, Jill zieht nicht solche Spielchen mit uns ab. Ja, das alte Versteck, ne? Aber jetzt ist da eine Nebenmission aufgeploppt. Oh, Mist. Ja gut, läuft hoffentlich nicht weg.
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. That if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Cooker is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every mother crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot.
Oh, was mit ihm?
There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders past and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav?
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Ich habe immer noch Angst, dass er drauf geht. Gefühlt geht bei mir gerade irgendwie jeder drauf.
Do you see that, Sid? Your protégé's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
Ja, wenn man bedenkt, wie das angefangen hat, ne? Mit unserem Rachefeldzug, der ja eigentlich gegen uns selbst ging und so, ne? Schon ganz schön gewandelt. Aber ich darf nicht so. Doch, ich darf zurück ins Versteck.